Hi, welcome back to the Quality Cup Life Podcast. My name is Imani, and here we talk about how to live a better quality of life for young adults, how to make your own decisions, and how to create the life that you want to live instead of letting other people tell you how to live. So, thank you so much for listening, and let's get into the show. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Quality Cup Life Podcast. Imani, Stephone is back again. He told me that there were some things when he listened back, he was like, I like it, but I wanted to say some things. So I'm like, all right, here's your shot. Let's. What you got, buddy?
Yeah, but I just wanted to kind of...
Oh, wait, hold on, pause. If you do not know what we're talking about, visit the previous episode. We were talking about exercising your confidence. We were talking about taking better care of your body, and also that within the context of sickle cell, because he has sickle cell, and we were talking about how that has benefited him, and also the struggles and things like that. All right, now you can go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak more to people who have more of, I don't know what to call it. It's not terminal illnesses, but I don't know, like basically illnesses
like
that
chronic, because terminal means it's gonna kill you. Chronic means it'll affect you.
Yeah, like it could inhibit like your daily
chronic
life and stuff like that. Okay,
mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to like say something like to people who may have like more chronic illnesses, because I just remember growing up I had to be like more reliable on people growing up and stuff.
You mean rely on them?
Oh, what'd I say?
You said be more reliable on.
Well, I had to rely on people more often when I was younger. So I would say that like after, like maybe when I started working out, or probably a little bit before then, I would say that kind of gave me like that motivation that I could rely on myself through these, episodes or points in time where I would be affected by my illness and stuff. And I just wanted to let other people know who may have chronic illnesses, like, you don't have to let that illness kind of define you. Because like if you know me, if you don't know me like very personally, you would never know that I would have sickle cell, because I don't make it blatantly obvious. I never mention it in conversation,
you don't,
really.
Complain about it a lot.
Yeah, I don't like to complain about it at all. And I would say like fitness gave me that. It kind of added to that that strength I would have to kind of persevere through those kind of moments where I would be feeling, I may be inhibited from doing certain things. But like some people who could relate, like you would have people who would kind of pity you, or think that you're incapable of doing certain things just because of your illness. But I would like to say that is not the case.
I could see some parents like being very helicoptery, or like sheltering.
Yeah.
They won't let little Johnny run outside because she's afraid that little Johnny's gonna catch a crisis in the middle of the street and gonna lay there and won't be able to get up, and then the car's gonna hit him. That's very extreme, but
I mean, like those. Well, not literally being in the street and not, but those kind of moments are true where you're going to be, ill and there's nobody there to help you or anything like that. So you have to just kind of rely on yourself to get through those kind of moments. Mm-hmm. And I would say fitness kind of added to my confidence to assist me with those kind of moments. Because I like, just for example, like, man, if I can deadlift 315 pounds, I can brush off this little crisis going on. I can get through this moment and just get myself back up on my feet. Mm-hmm. But
ooh, can I say something?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I don't remember what the guy's name is, but he was on Ed Milet. I think I probably missed, or we both missed Ed Milet's speech at the man conference. Yeah, but he had this guy on his podcast. I can't remember what my man name is. I don't remember if he's a motivational, what he is, but like he doesn't have any arms or legs. He just has like little nubs.
I've seen him before.
And I mean, there's a couple different guys, but he had like a man bun and everything. He's like kind of youngish. He was born with no limbs, but he had like brothers and sisters, and and he was talking about how his parents would just let him figure stuff out and wouldn't try to baby him, and they told him like, you gonna have to figure this out because everybody isn't gonna be there to help you all the time. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself. And his siblings would skateboard and stuff, and he wanted to skateboard too, and so he said that one day he just decided he was gonna go down the hill with all the other kids, and he said one day he just used his little nubs and he went down the hill and he was upside down like with his face on the board, and his parents was like like watching him go down the hill, and I thought that was so cool. Like it's hard to get people who have all their limbs to get on a skateboard, let alone a kid with no arms and no legs going down a hill. Like,
he said, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Y'all not better leave me in the house.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd say that. I say at points my people in my family could have been overprotective and stuff, but it was never, it was like they may have been overprotective, but all these people do these things just to help you because they love you, just want to take care of you and stuff like that. But there's probably been some stuff I may have not done just because of that. But yeah, I wanted to let people know that doesn't really define you. So, and just one more thing, I don't know if you wanted to say anything
you can
else.
go ahead.
Yeah, but just one more thing I liked about fitness in relation to my illness and stuff. Like, cause basically I explained it the last episode, but just briefly, sickle cell is just like you get your blood just clogs up in your veins and stuff, and where that happens, that kind of causes pain. And I just, at one point when I was working out, like, working out just tends to be makes your body sore and stuff like that. I just felt like I was kind of taking that pain and discomfort back and just taking power over that instead of like being a victim whenever I would be in crisis and stuff like that. So
I like that.
Yeah, so I don't know if I would hope that someone with a chronic illness would like come across this and maybe give me like their opinion on that take, but it just feels different, like having your own self-inflicted pain. But fitness is
but it's like for the better instead of for the worse.
Yeah, and it's like, but it's self-inflicting on yourself. It's kind of like you taking that control back. So that's how I kind of think about it. And so I don't really like, yeah, if you've seen me or met me personally, you would never know. Like you're not gonna know unless you like a close friend of mine or family, or somebody that knows me.
Yeah, but I forget to, cause you just be. Well, I mean, you don't have them very often, so that definitely, helps people not know. Yeah. But oh shoot, I was gonna say something to you, but then can you say a little bit about like how like it is still important to take whatever power back you can, because sickle cell can be very dangerous. Because I asked you to explain it, but I was just gonna say, like, you don't want. With sickle cell, you probably can't control. Well, I'm pretty sure you can't control where the blood gets stuck. You can't be like, I don't want it to be stuck in my shoulder. Let me choose my toe instead. Like, you can't choose that. So, like, you don't want the blood to get stuck in the wrong place for too long, I guess, or too often, because then that'll stop the oxygen from getting to, like, very important places. And you don't want your kidney to lose oxygen, or your brain, or your heart, or whatever.
Yeah, like
whatever that is, liver.
I would say it's important to do whatever you can to, like, whether that be working out or drinking water, staying active, getting plenty of rest and stuff like that, and eating. But yeah, because I don't really have much details about like the intricacies of sickle cell, but. And like how it like works like very specifically, because I know that my father died from sickle cell, and I know the first thing that started going bad when he was like towards later on in his life, his kidney started going bad first, and then his heart was down. Yeah, and I think he died from like heart failure because of sickle cell. So I don't know, but in my case And I'm pretty much blessed in comparison to a lot of my other people who may have sickle cell. But cause I'm not as like, I mean, cause it was a lot worse for me when I was a kid, but now I'm not. I notice it from time to time, but I'm not as
like affected by it.
Yeah, affected by it as much as I was younger. But yeah, most definitely. Just because you're, working out, eating healthy, I feel like you should just kind of try to stay in tune with that stuff because I don't think it goes away, but it's just more under control, if that makes sense. But yeah.
So my big homie, Big Ike, gave me some suggestions or some things that he thought would be interesting for us to have to hit on. And so the thing that I remember when he said it, then it brought back to my memory what I wanted to say about some of the things when I asked you about some of the things that you struggle with. And I remembered a lot. You don't do this much now, but when you were like super obsessed with being in the gym and stuff, you would talk about how much you didn't like the size that you were and you wanted to be so much bigger and so much stronger and XYZ. And I think that it's like you really need to appreciate, although you see in your mind where you want to be, but you also need to appreciate where you currently are and then appreciate how far you've come, because itty bitty boy from 2014 or whatever, whenever that were, I might put the pictures back. We'll put the pictures back on here. But to like now or even to a couple years ago was like a big difference. That was like a difference of what, 30 pounds, 40 pounds?
Say about like 30.
30 pounds. And if you're a thinner individual, you know how difficult it can be to gain weight. If your genetics be like, nah. So you got anything to say about that?
What, like just your own perception on yourself?
Yeah, he used the phrase body dysmorphia. Yeah.
I mean, like, I think it's just harder to really see where it's harder to really see how far you've come from your own perspective, because like whenever you're chasing a goal, if you're not setting those, I feel like if you're not setting those milestones like throughout the way, like your primary focus is the end goal, like despite all the checkpoints you may have gotten along the way, you're not concerned about that. Like if I just, I don't know, like you're not going to be looking at the actual progression. You may know that you're progressing, but you're not actually focused on it. But I just like to help that. I think it's just best to I think it's just best to pay attention to like the people around you and what they're actually saying to you. Because because a lot of times people may compliment you or give you kudos for doing anything, not just fitness related, but just in general. People as a whole tend to like downplay their achievements or just be like, oh, I'm not that good, and it's all right, instead of just
accepting a thank you. Just be like, thank you, and mean it.
Yeah, and just mean it.
Accept the compliment.
Yeah, and I think like, I mean, me personally, I would say that I dealt with that, but not in the terms of social media. But I think that social media is a big part of it nowadays. But yeah, I ain't gonna tell you to get off of social media, but just tailor your time on it at least, because I don't know, it could feel depressing for somebody that's like 32 years old, that's like 120 pounds, looking at an 18-year-old that's like 200 pounds built and stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, the journey that matters the most is yours. So I don't think I mean, you can look to other people for like inspiration and stuff, but don't like minimize your own accomplishments. Don't minimize your own accomplishments just because someone may have quote unquote done better than you or is further along than you or something like that.
Yeah, and I think it's natural. It's natural to ignore your strong points and how far you've come or your progress. So you literally have to force yourself to look at, or if you know you're not gonna be good at that, have people there who are in support of what you're doing and in support of you, and have them shake you from time to time. Be like, look, you need to be grateful for where you are. You look at where you come from. Look at me and look at you. You are doing so much better than me. I need you to keep it up for the both of us, because I can't keep up with you. You know what I mean? Somebody keep you somebody like that around you. Okay.
Yeah, and one more thing. I don't think there's nothing wrong with like having like a little bit of narcissism or bravado or arrogance from time to time. Like, they just gas yourself up sometimes. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, in my personal opinion, because you need that from time to time, because like you may get them compliments every here and there, but like you can't just wait on a compliment or wait for somebody to notice, because you just boost yourself up some more. Yeah.
All right. The next thing is he asked me about for us to talk about how do you feel about the times when you made bad decisions with food, or like you fell off of your workout routine and things like that. How did you feel about it? How did you handle it? And how did you get back on track? Very briefly.
Which one first though? Because you said food and like workout routines. I just pick one first.
I was just putting them together.
Just put them together?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first thing with the food, I mean, I was like super meticulous in the beginning, but the phrase moderation is key is, I mean, it may sound cliche, but it is, to me, is real. Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with, indulging in certain things here and there, but when participating in those things becomes like a routine, I think that's when you need to refocus and just pull back a little bit, because that's when you can tell when you're doing too much. But I don't think, like, if you like Five Guys or whatever, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a sandwich here and there. I don't think you gotta guilt trip yourself just for that. Or you can just make goals for yourself. Like, if I get through this diet, not diet, I don't really like saying diet, but when I keep my health right for these past week or whatever, I can eat my Five Guys, or you can have something just once a week or something. It's not, I don't think the food thing is serious, but I don't think it's like that deep. But and as far as like working out, like whenever you fall off of that, me personally, I've just found it kind of difficult to get back on the track with that, just because I would just have that lack of confidence, not being as strong as I used to, not looking like what I used to look like. But when you go back to the gym and then you pushing something or pulling up something, you probably like, oh, this is not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. And then you back on. Well, for me, I would just get back to that normal routine where I was going back to the gym regularly. But you just gotta realize that you can't be so hard on yourself in those kind of instances, because we all going to have slip ups. Everybody has slip ups somewhere. Like, no one's going to have a perfect record. I mean, like, consistency is very important, but I feel like those times of rest are important for yourself mentally and physically, but more so mentally for myself. But yeah, you just have to, like, if you are intending on stepping away from the gym or your fitness or whatever, just at least set a goal for yourself or a timeline for yourself to at least get back, or set stuff up around you to where you can't think about nothing but the gym. And I think that's something that's been helpful for me.
With getting back into it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like setting up like my gym clothes and my equipment, like where I can see it every morning. Mm-hmm. Going to the grocery store and purposefully going around maybe some stores you don't have to do this, but like, Walmart and Food Lion here down here where we live, you have to go outside of the perimeter of the grocery store to see the more healthier options and stuff, and that'll make you, that for me, that personally, that triggers like, oh, I need to get back to eating such and such, or eating the food that I used to be eating, so I can get my body right and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's like, those are good like hacks, but I think a really good thing is have somebody who not gonna play with you and be like, send me that meal. What you eating today? Did you get, send me you at the gym? I need proof. You know what I mean? What's the scale looking like? I think that's like a huge, just having the right support system in the right environment and find somebody.
Yeah.
Like, find somebody, don't matter who it is, to hold you accountable. Because sometimes we be letting ourselves slide, you know what I mean? And if you want to hit your goal, you can't be letting yourself slide like that. Don't stress about it, but also you don't let yourself slide at work because your boss gonna come looking for that work. So I need you to keep that same energy though.
At home.
So yeah, keep that same energy. And then the last thing I have that my friend said that he wanted to hear us talk about was, if you could think of a simple plan to help with just starting to change your lifestyle for the better, what would do you have maybe 1, 2, or 3 things?
What, in relation to fitness specifically?
Yeah, your physical health.
Yeah, I would say that just in 3 points.
Whatever. You got 1, 2, anything, but not like a list of 10 or 5 things, but
I would say something that that kept me coming to the gym and that kind of changed my kind of mindset on it. Is just like having, like how you just mentioned a second ago, just having, well, you said someone to keep you accountable, but like actually trying, like planting yourself in a community that does what you're trying to do. Because like when I was going, or at the gym I go to, there's people, there's guests I may spoke to regularly, or I just knew people personally who were working out consistently there. And like when you have friends like that in a gym, like, and if they don't see you for a few days,
they're gonna be like, hey, where you at?
Hey, yo, where you at? Where you at?
I'm pulling up to your house. Where you at?
They gonna text you, or they gonna get on you and be like, hey, you good? I mean, I saw you on Xbox, but you ain't in the gym.
I saw you on that little bubble on Facebook said you was active.
Yeah.
Why you not active in this gym though?
Yeah, I mean that's what I had, but yeah, and then and some people may not have a community like that. I mean,
I saw you on Snapchat at Chick-fil-A, but why you not in this gym though?
Yeah, well, now and like some people may not have that community, but you can just, man, gym people are some of the nicest people. You can build that community for yourself. And if you like nervous around people or don't really like talking to people like that, you can just like start online. You can find somebody, influential that's not influential, but like they mean something to you personally. Because like not everybody who is influential is going to be, mean something to you. But anyways, yeah, like you can find like someone online who does fitness, or there's apps online where you can not meet up with people, but speak to people, like Discord or like Reddit or like random groups on Facebook. But I think it's better to have like a physical group of people who can hold you accountable for that stuff.
Okay, so that's one. One is community.
Yeah, it's community.
Yeah, anything else?
I would say like having a goal, but not just a goal as in like how you want to look per se, but just why you're doing what you're doing though. Because like maybe some older people be like, I want to get my fitness right so I can, be here for my children's children and maybe their children if God blesses me to live that long. Maybe you're like me. Maybe I just want to get this illness under control because these pharmaceutical companies be lying.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about there ain't no cure for this, and hey, you gonna have to be on X, Y, and Z medicine for the rest of your life. Yeah. And maybe you don't want to do that, or maybe you can't afford it, or well, you go ahead.
We almost out of time. So the second one was So the first one was
have
community. The second one was have a goal attached to a why.
Yeah, or maybe you just want to do it for a person.
Okay.
Or be there for that person. Or maybe you want to be an example for somebody.
Okay. And then what I was going to say is dumb simple is start with water. Literally. Like, that's it. Just start. Because a lot of people don't even drink water. Or they drink water, but it's not. The recommended amount is half your body weight in ounces. And that's like if you're not active. If you are active, like you work out and stuff, it goes up. So, So start with that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I think that's good. How I started, I got this jug that was like 74 point whatever, and that's more than half my body weight. But just start with just drinking water. Can you start with replacing something as simple as replacing
cereal
all
or oatmeal?
I was talking about water.
Start with my bad.
You yelled it too. Start with cereal and oatmeal. God, leave. No. Water. You can start with replacing all the drinks with water, or start replacing your soda with water. You can still, if you into tea, do tea, but just replace it in just simple ways just to get started. Because sometimes if you give people too much, they like, oh, that's a lot. But like water. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like no excuse. If you don't like water, put some lemon in it. Like, something to just get you started. But we are almost out of time. So thank you so much, Stephone, for coming back and explaining further and hitting some points that we didn't touch on as much last time. So hopefully this is helpful to somebody. You know what to do. I need you to share it and like it and subscribe on YouTube or Spotify or Google Podcasts, iTunes, wherever you live, or listen to things on the internet. I need you to go ahead and hit it for me. We out here. So I need you to do that for me. Thank you. We appreciate you.
It's a wrap.
Goodbye.